Welcome everybody to our Crafty Carnival. I think now we are good to go. This is great. Um, but let me again rewind. Welcome to the Carnival, and we're going to have a weekend full of fun and crafts on this. This is kind of twofold here. It's to welcome everybody. It's a public event, so I hope that you enjoy it. And it's also acts as the video tutorials for those that got the kit to go. So let me turn this camera around here, and we'll go from there. Alrighty. So as you come on, if you want to say hi, that would be great. All right. So for our Crafty Carnival here, the people that got the kit to go, and thank all of you guys who did that. I'm very flattered with the responses. I just wanted to show what everybody got in their kit. We got a little welcome gift. I did the Easter Bunny stamp set and punch. What I did is I just ran everybody's name through the printer and then stamped and punched around it. And they've got a little treat inside here for them to go. Hi, Marge. Welcome. Hope you have a good time. Let's see. Also, the people that registered for the event, the kit to go. Of course, what's a carnival without having some popcorn? So it's a little mini bag of microwavable popcorn so that they can enjoy that when they're, munching and doing some crafts later on today. And then also, people that got the kit to go, they got to choose 2 carnival prizes. And so throughout the morning, there'll be videos that come on that will show what you won on the carnival game that you picked. So you had 2 mystery bags here with the game that you played, and you can either, have opened them up ahead of time or waited to see what you won and go from there. So also what everybody got for the kit to go, and for those of you watching, this is the set of merchandise or products that we that everybody got and used. It features the Fancy Flora Designer Series paper. This gorgeous paper is the backdrop to 9 of the 10 projects. So it's gorgeous paper, and you can pick whatever pattern that you want, but I purposely approached these projects where we played with all of the different colors within here. Okay, so you've got a full pack of that paper. Everyone got a pack of the iridescent pastel gems. We'll use those on the projects. A spool of the pool party grosgrain ribbon, and a full pack of the shimmer paper. All right, let's see. So that's what all is in your kit. Also, you've got then materials to make 10 make and takes. And so I'll be sharing with you, like, here's the project, and here's the make and take packet that you'll need in order to do that. So hi, Pam. Hi, Linda. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll get started on the first make and take. All right, so what we are going to make is this, what looks like it's a complicated card, but it's not. And I think this is one that I might have to kind of go to time and time again. This is called a box out fun fold. So it mails flat like this, and then, the recipient can have it, and you open it up, and then you would do your writing on the back of it. All right, so and throughout the event, if you do want to place an order using this host code here, I'll be talking about like some goodies that you can get from me if you want to order over the weekend. All right, so here's what we're going to need to make this. So within your packet ahead of time, you would have gotten, or what we need is a piece of thick basic white cardstock. This is cut at 8.5 by 4 1/4. You can see the measurements there. And ahead of time, I've scored it at 1 1/4 and 2.5. So those that got the packets, the scoring is all done for you. I hope you like that. And also, we need another piece of basic white. I used thick basic white through this. This is 6 by 3 1/4, and it's scored at 4 1/4 and at 5.5. Okay, Also, let me just take this. So your kit would look like this when you take everything out of your card envelope. You also have a piece of this beautiful shimmer paper. I don't know if you guys have, if anybody has gotten this yet, but it's got a really thin backing on it, perfect for layering and for putting adhesive. But it's not like glitter paper where it might be bumpy. It's just shimmer. And so it's thinner than a glitter paper might be, but it has this beautiful sheen and eye-catching area on it. Okay, I could just go on about this paper. It's gorgeous. We're going to need a piece of this at 3 by 2 7/8. All right. Also, I have punched out ahead of time with the decorative circle punch a piece of vellum. And with our dragonfly punch and with that shimmer paper in the pack, you get 3 different colors. I use the gold shimmer on that, and we need our pair of dragonflies. All right, so let's put this together. So those of you that got the kit to go, this is what you'll need to do. You'll need to do your own cutting of the designer paper. So if I have the DSP, that stands for our fancy flora. For this one, I picked this green tone paper and need a piece of this designer paper at 4 by 5 1/4 and another piece of it at 4 by 1 inch. All right, we are all set to make our first project here at our Winter Crafty Carnival. All right, let's get the card base put together first. I'm going to hope that I don't lose all of my little pieces. All right, so it's not hard. It's just, you just need to be a little bit mindful, because when I was making a couple of samples with this, I'm like, oh, okay, here's the trick if there is one. All right, so this right here is going to be our card base. Okay, so that's the base. What we want to do first is you want to put on your background piece first. This is where I always mess up. I always want to make my whole card base first. Don't do that. What we want to do is get this section of it here, and then we're going to put on our designer paper. So again, I kind of chose this green one to kind of start with. I just thought it was a really pretty one. All the paper is pretty in there. But I was doing it so that when we get all done with our projects, we really have a nice play of all of the different colors. And of course, those of you that know me, it's like I forever have a jam on my Tombow. You would think that by now I would have one ready to go. There we go. Light touch with our Tombow multi-purpose glue for the adhesive. It's always my adhesive of choice for gluing down things. When you cut your paper and you put it down, you do want to kind of say, like, where do I want the, like, whatever you have on the right side is going to be what's going to be exposed. So like if you wanted the more neutral, you could put it down this way, but I love the color splashes. So I'm going to put this over here. And what you'll notice when you put this down is that you're going to have an unusual high margin over here. That's okay. We are going to, that is perfectly how we want this to look. All right. Now we're going to take maybe what I'm going to call the box out part of our fun fold. And so this is what, try it, kind of get your mind around it a little bit, but this is how we want this one to look. Okay, this is going to be the little tab that we use to connect to the card base. But how to line this up is we want to put adhesive over here to line it up this way. Okay, so this nice big section here is going to reside in this first score section here. All right, so I'm going to put some liquid glue. You could also use like 2 strips of tear and tape if you wanted to, just to make sure, but I'm just going to kind of keep my liquid glue to about here, and then maybe just put a little bit here in the middle, just because I know that's going to be covered up. Okay. All right, so we have that. This is going to go, and you can close it if you want. We're going to center this on this first score tab. Don't go up to the fold line, but don't go on the score line in the fold line, because we do want it to be able to do just that, fold. All right, so we have that. Next, we do want to get, I kind of like tear and tape for this next section. And let me get my tear and tape, excuse me. All right, so now we can kind of open this up. Our 1/2 inch section here, I'm going to put some tear and tape on it. And we'll put that down. And get my take your pick tool so I can get the adhesive started. Okay. So now what we want to do, and let me bring in the sample here first. When we have it closed, you can see that this is over on the edge. All right, so what I want to do here to just make sure it lines up, we're going to close everything here. So this is what it looks like from the back. That's our tab. We're going to close it and press. Then that's going to give us perfect placement for the box. I love this fold. It is so cute. Love it, love it. All right, so now we can just put our layering pieces on. This is our other strip of designer paper, the Fancy Flora. That was 1 by 4. And put that on here. I'm glad you guys are liking the project. You know, there's been such extreme weather through out a lot of the country. You know, it kind of is a winter carnival. My goodness. So maybe this is something that will be fun for everybody, or a lot of people in the country to have something to do if you're snowed in. All right, so this is the piece of shimmer paper. Again, it was 3 by 2 7/8. I did find that I liked to shave off that 7/8 of an area. And I'll kind of tell you why here. Like, okay, so that's, you just might, for those of you that got the kit to go, play around with which direction this is, because that 1/8 really makes a difference. So here's what I like to do. So this is the, let me think here. This is the 3-inch side this way, and this is the, oh my goodness, let me think here. No, this is the 3-inch side here, and this is the, I'll get that measured. Let me see. Anyways, move it around until it works. I think the short end, like this is the 2 7/8, because I took 1 little 1/8 of it off, because when I mat it, I want it to be so this looks like it's a 1/4 of an inch or the same width of it. And so by shaving off that 1/8 of an inch right along there, it really makes a difference. Okay. Rambling a little bit here at 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh, Marge said she hasn't seen the fold before. I know, Marge, it's so good. All right, so I kind of lined up the side here so that this looks like it's the same margin. And then you can kind of zhuzh around the rest of the shimmer paper. It's shimmery goodness. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close this. All right. So for our time here, or the weekend, I kind of focused on 3 stamp sets. I told the class that got the kit to go, you know, that you'll, if you wanted to do like a floral kind of stamp set, pick a floral stamp set that you liked, and then you might need a few other ones. I primarily am focusing on Happiness Abounds bundle here. But I will also be using a couple of the sentiments from, or a sentiment from the Sentimental Park. I'll use this Let's Celebrate and these 2 images here, and as well as Go To Greetings. Our time here this weekend, for those of you that are just watching, you know, it's just grab a floral stamp set, grab a couple of stamp sets that would work with this, that you want to, you know, play with, and that would be awesome. All right, so we have this little vellum piece. Again, this was punched out with vellum paper using the decorative circle punch. And because we're stamping on vellum, we want to use StazOn. And so I'm going to be using probably one of my favorite sentiments, wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. I think this is good for graduation, a bridal shower, you know, a birthday, just whatever well wishes that somebody may want to give somebody. All right, wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. All right, so I'd like to go ahead and ink this up. And going to stamp it. Let me see. I'll go ahead and stamp it first, then we'll talk about stamping on vellum. Get that. I like to give it a good contact. And then there we go. When you stamp on vellum, you definitely need a permanent ink, because otherwise, if you have a water-based ink like the Memento Tuxedo Black, you could just smudge it out. I don't have to wave it. This is just a habit I have of doing it. So wave, 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 and done. Just because I don't want to pick it up and smudge it. If you don't want to use the StazOn, you can always heat emboss that with Versamark and embossing powder. All right. So when I do my vellum, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue dots strategically where I know I'm going to hide that glue dot that might be peeking through with the gem or the dragonfly. Okay, so I'm going to get my glue dot, put this up, and I'm going to put one up here in the one corner and one down in the other corner. And then this is just going to get centered onto our shimmer paper. And I might just say our gorgeous shimmer paper. And then I'm going to get some dimensionals to put some dragonflies down. I've got the mini dimensionals here for the itty bitty one. Put that here. And then normal size dimensionals, or you could keep using minis, it doesn't matter. Or you could use regular dimensionals and kind of cut them in half. Put one here. And let's get our dragonflies down. I haven't played with the dragonflies for a long time. You know how like we kind of go through spurts on things, and I thought this kind of gave an aquatic kind of a look to it, and so I was and so you can close this. You can go outside the square as long as you stay within your card base for mailing. So I'm going to put one here. But I just thought that even though it's kind of green, it's got some of the blue tones. And I thought these little dragonflies just might be, you know, it might just be around some water. All right, we have that. And then I am not shy on using the gems. Everybody got a full pack of gems, and you know, let's just use them. Sometimes I know we get like we get something and we're kind of what do I want to, what's the word I want to say? We're is stingy, too harsh of a word on a Saturday morning. But I think that we're like, oh, we want to save them for something. And then we just keep collecting and collecting, which there's nothing wrong with collecting. I have a big collection. But I also think, though, that, you know, all of a sudden then we're like, well, why didn't I use that up? Because, you know, that's what we got it for. We got it to use and enjoy and make beautiful things. So we are not going to be stingy this weekend with our beautiful gems. Let's do, maybe I'll put one up here on his head this time. And I'm using, it's kind of like this champagne undertone, but it can read pink and other things. So don't be afraid to use these colors beyond what you think they might, because they really do blend. And let's see, I'm going to have another one over this way. All right. And there we go. That is our first card here over our Crafty Weekend. We are going to be making cards and boxes and bags and notebook covers and everything over the course of the next 2 days. All right, so I did say that like there's chances for prizes, and even if you get the kit to go, you can win another prize. It's not bad at all. What I'm going to do is for anybody that leaves a comment under the videos, and this will be throughout the day because I know there's different zones and everything, but what I'll do at the end of each day is I will draw for someone that left a comment, and you're going to get one, you'll get the card that was made, or the project that was made that was under the comment of the drawing that I won. And so someone could have this one. You do need to be in the US in order for it to be mailed to you. But, you know, just a little thank you for me for watching during the Winter Carnival. All right, let me switch cameras again real quickly. All right, so throughout the morning to keep refreshing this this area here on our event so that you can always see like new content that's loaded and everything too. And for those of you that got the kits to go, the recorded prize drawings will be happening throughout the day as well. So after each video, what I'm planning on doing, or after each project, is that I'll stop the video and then I'll get the next one ready to go and kind of look through comments a little bit, but then just kind of pop on live continuously throughout the morning. I'm kind of thinking that our 5 projects that we're going to be doing today will probably take us to maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But again, just watch the replays and have fun making these things. Okay, you guys, I'll talk to you here and very shortly. All right, bye-bye.